Kelly Falardeau joining us back in studio, one of our favorite guests. It's so good to see you here again.
Thank you.
You are, it doesn't seem to do you justice to call you a motivational speaker because you do so much more than that. But for those viewers joining us this morning that aren't familiar with your story, Kelly, I mean, from a very young age, as a little girl, your life and the challenges, some of them that you faced, are a little bit different than many of your classmates.
That's right. Well, because I got burnt when I was only 2 years old, and we were living on a farm, and a spark landed on my dress, and away I went. I blew up. So I ended up with burns to 75% of my body. So I ended up being in the hospital for 4 months solid, and I had to have surgeries every 2 days. And then every 2 years until I was 20 years old, I had to go back in the hospital for a month for more reconstructive surgery.
It's an unbelievable story of triumph over challenges, your story, and you've made it your life's mission to help young people. And can I say specifically women, specifically young girls, or at least I know that you've targeted young girls with this new message that you have out on how to learn to love yourself and how to avoid certain traps.
Right. Well, it's definitely a message for teens and women, you know, for all over the world. But basically what it's all about is learning how to love yourself and learning how to love your imperfect body. And, you know, I mean, this body is like one of the most imperfect bodies out there. I mean, I've got crooked fingers, crooked arm, scars covering completely my chest, and my breasts are too low, I'm missing a nipple, and back is covered in scars, both my arm. And yet I've been called beautiful, hot, gorgeous, and sexy.
You should be called that. And I'm serious.
You're buttering me up.
No, I'm not buttering you up. I'm telling you the truth. And you know what? We find beauty where we should be finding, and that is in people's confidence and people's conviction. And there's nobody that can deliver a message better than you. I look into your eyes, and you've got me here. Let's talk about this event coming up on the 17th. You're going to be talking to young people, to women, to teens at Princess Florence Handbag Store. That's this Wednesday, September 17th, about avoiding these traps. You talk first of all about the outer beauty trap. Is that what it sounds like, the trap that we fall into, believing that that's the priority?
It totally is, because the thing is, we look at other people and we think, oh my gosh, I'm not as beautiful as that person, so I'm not beautiful. And that's that outer beauty trap. We think we have to have this perfect body. We think that we can't be beautiful unless we have perfect skin, perfect hair, perfect makeup. And yet, you just said it, you're mesmerized by my eyes, and my scars are still here, but you're not seeing them. And it's because you're seeing other stuff.
How do you get to that point? Somebody right now that's watching that goes, you honestly want me to believe that you know, there's some teenage boy out there and his chest is caved in, he's way more skinny than he wants to be, or he's tall and gangly, or he's portly, he's big, whatever the case may be. You honestly want me to believe that girls are going to find me as attractive as Zac Efron? I mean, how do you get to the point where you go, yeah, you know what, darn it, I am handsome, I am sexy, I am beautiful?
Well, you know, the first thing you need to do is quit calling yourself names. And I remember when I was a teenager and I would look in that mirror and I would say, oh my gosh, look how ugly you are. Right? Like, yuck. Look, all I can see is those ugly scars. So what I had to do is go into the mirror and say, you know what, I'm going to give myself permission to love myself. And I'm going to find what I love about me. And